So I will try and now bring up the pencil so I can talk about it, interact with the photo, and see if that works. Yeah, look at that. Seems to be working. So timeline on the lifeline, as you can see here, I have got an arrow. So if you draw an imaginary line from the middle of the index finger to the lifeline, that's approximately the age of 10 to 15. 15, probably more like it. They are very approximate because people have different shaped lifelines, people have different shaped fingers, people have different shaped hands. This is why they're only very approximate, but it's quite close in the timing. So from the imaginary line from the middle of the index finger and the middle finger straight down is approximately 21. And from the middle of the middle finger, imaginary line drawn to the lifeline, is approximately 35. So in between, you can roughly move along the lifeline in like 5-year increments, is approximately a millimeter or a 1/16 of an inch. Somewhere in between a millimeter and a 1/16 of an inch is 1 year. So you could, if you wanted to, you could literally draw little dots to count. So on average, close to 1/2 centimeter, not quite, is around 5 years along those lines. So I'll close that. All right, so we've done a quick explanation of the timing on the lifeline. So on the fate line is very important because we not only see our potential career path on there, what kind of working life we have, but we see other changes there as well. If you have major changes in your life, that shows up on your fate line. You can show up marriage and all sorts of things. Not that you know exactly what it is, but it may be a marriage that caused the change. It may be having a child that caused the change. It may be changing your job or changing your career path that causes a change. But all sorts of changes can happen on the fate line. Now, you might have a fate line that rises all the way from the bottom all the way to the top, but that's quite rare. Most fate lines are a little bit more broken up. So I'm just going to rub this out. So most fate lines are actually more like they might start a bit here, and then they might continue a bit there, then they might continue a bit there, a little bit more broken up, because people do make a lot of changes in their life. So for instance, in a fate line such as this, you might have at this point where the fate line ends, that might be around about age 25, you might have a change. And at the point where it crosses the headline, which is this line, is the headline, and this one is the heart line. So at the point where it crosses the headline is about 35. And the point where it crosses the heart line, just here, is about 49 to 50. So fate line timing is a little bit funny in a way that it starts out, very rarely your fate line starts at the very wrist. But if it does, you don't reach like age 21 until about the middle of your palm. So it's more like, 5, 10, 15, 21. And then it starts getting tighter and tighter. So from 21, it would get to about 28 to 30 here, and then suddenly already 35 here. About the middle between the heart line and the headline, it's about 42. and then it jumps to 49.50, then 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. So that's very rough, but I do have a much clearer guide on my website, destinypalmistry.com. You can type in the search bar, terms, timing. You can type timing fate line, or you can put in timing lifeline, or whichever line you want to time. I should have an article about that.